Welcome to today's session. We are continuing with the Arishad Vargalu. We have done in our previous two sessions about the desires and the anger. So how these, six inner enemies, how they are blockages for our day-to-day life growth, in our day-to-day life or in our spiritual growth. So we have seen about, desires, and today we are gonna learn more about the greed and also the uh, attachment, the lobamu and mohamu. So what are these and how can we identify these and how can we rectify these? Today we are going to learn about this. So what is lobamu? It is the greed, like excessive desire. When we have the excessive desire to do something, that is lobamu. So what is the difference between, kamamu and lobamu? So kamamu is we are trying to satisfy our senses, whereas lobamu is the excessive desire to earn money, wealth, power, or anything of that sort. So when kamamu, it increases in its intensity, it becomes greed. So, like, why do we have this greed? Why is someone, not happy with what they have? So again, the karma or the ruchi and vasana and the samskaras come into picture when we talk about these, any of the Arshad Vargas. And also at the same time, the way we are living our life, we are used to comparing ourselves to somebody else, or if we are not happy with what we have, some people, we notice that even though they have enough, they are never happy with what they have. They always want something from which is in others' plate. They get that kind of pleasure when they grab it from others' plate. This is what is exactly greed. They are not happy with what they have, but they want something which others possess. They want to grab that by hook or crook. That is what is called as greed. So why do we have this kind of greed? Again, the lifestyle, what we are wanting for, or the ego or the ahankaram, what we have, and the comparisons in our day-to-day life when we compare to others, and we want everything what others possess. So this wanting, again, it is linked to the trigunas. We were talking about the sattva, rajas, tamas. So the rajas is the, predominant factor for this wanting more. So when we have this rajas dominating in us, we are prone to this greed. So when one is prone to this greed, what happens is this rajas slowly leads to tamas. That means you are blinded with your decisions. The wanting in yourself, it is so much that your capability to think or your clarity of mind is completely blocked, which is from the tamas, which originates from the rajas. So in this way, we can talk like a lot about greed. It could be in food, it could be in wealth, it could be in fame, it could be in success, it could be in relations, anything. Even when it comes to food, we have so much greed for it. Like, we are never satisfied when we are eating. We can see some people, like, they have so much of greed towards the food. So they keep on eating something or the other always. This may be from like many other factors, but this greed of food, it leads to many health issues. It leads to lack of peace of mind. So this greed, whether it is in wealth, whether it is in fame, if you are not getting it naturally and you're trying to take it from others, that is when it becomes harmful. If the universe is giving you with your hard work, with your righteousness, then there is no problem in that. Enjoy that. Enjoy that in wealth or whatever you're getting, and give it back to the universe. There is nothing wrong in that. The only problem comes when we try to grab it from others. That is, exactly what is greed. So, how can we, um, you know, uh, control or get this into our control? So, as we said in our previous sessions, mindful breathing or, breath awareness is something which controls all our chakras and which calms our mind. So, this enables us to think better and to do better actions. So, when we have all this in our control, we think, do I really need that? Or is it right for me to grab it from them? When that thinking starts, when we think that, oh, this is not something right, then we do not do that action of grabbing it from others or craving for a lot more. Once we are happy with what we have, when that satiety comes, you don't think of, taking it from others or grabbing it from others or doing adharmic activities to gain more money or anything. It could be anything, fame, success, even in relations. Some people, they are like, they have greed for that maintaining of the relationships. It becomes so obsessive where they end up in problems. If everything is balanced, then there is no problem. But if it goes out of balance, that's when the problems come. So practicing contentment, practicing, the breath awareness, practicing no comparison, from others. Like, don't compare when we don't compare ourselves to others, and when we are happy with what we have, then there is no, requirement to be greedy. And also, if we can pause for few moments and think, do I really need that? Or is it really necessary for me to get this out of greed? So if we can stop and think and what is need and what is a desire, excessive desire. So, in this way, we can control our senses. And we have to think what this greed is doing to our mind, to our body, and to our soul. When we take our mind, it is blinding our mind. We are not able to think in the right way because from the Rajasic, there is Tamasic property coming in. So that tamas, it does not let our mind to think. It takes complete control on us and we lose the control to think in the right way. That is what the greed is doing to the mind. What is it doing to the body? So when you do not have that peace of mind, when you are always craving for something which is not yours, what happens? You will have lack of sleep, and your food habits won't be right. So all these habits, they get back to us with our ailments in the body. So when these show up, we will have like lot of suffering in the body. And when it comes to the soul, forget about the soul. There won't be any soul growth when you have this factor of greed. So it is blocking us in all the ways. So if we can, control our senses, control our food habits, and if we can, stop comparing with others, then we can control this greed. So today, I will give you a proper example from our history where we can where we can observe these qualities in one person and see where that person has ended up in life. If we can recollect, from Mahabharatam, if we can recollect Dhritarashtra, the father of Duryodhana, you can see these two qualities predominantly in him, the ones which we are talking today. He had this lobam and he had the moham also. So the lobam part, the greed part, you can see when he cannot give up his kingdom or when he cannot share his kingdom or wealth with the Pandavas. That is one thing. And the second thing is the moham, the attachment to his son. So with these two qualities, he destroys himself and also he destroys his son's life with his qualities. So for a better understanding, we can see this greed and moham in Dhritarashtra in Mahabharatam. So the next quality, what we are talking about today is the moham, which is, I think, the most very important, you know, important Arishad Varga in our life. I know all of them are important, but this one, I think these days, the mostly what we are seeing is the moham. So, what is moham? Means having an attachment to something. It could be anything. So, when you have an attachment to something, what it is doing is it is creating a delusion in your mind. This moham leads to mamakaram over that whatever attachment you're having. So if the moha is the cause, you can say the mamakaram is the effect which is coming from this cause. So how do we see this? We will take examples of in our day-to-day lives, in the current situation, in this modern life, how we are having this moham and mamakaram of everything what we do, what we have, what we possess in this life. So for example, we will take, the deed of the good deeds and bad deeds what we are doing. When we talk in our day-to-day life, we think we are doing many good deeds, what we call as, punyam. So lot of us do good deeds to get punyam, like whether it may be charity or any kind of service you give back to the universe. And when you expect something out of it, see, when you give charity, if you expect name or fame attached to that, that is nothing but, it is an attachment you're creating to yourself. So with that moham for that name or fame, we are doing this charity, we are doing this punyam. Even though it is a good deed, it is gonna give you the punyam. It will give you that fame or whatever you are asking. But this is kind of an attachment where you are accumulating more karmas, and you have to, whatever punyam you're getting, you have to again enjoy that punyam. So in that way, whatever activity you are doing in your day-to-day life, you are creating an attachment to that. So when it comes to your family, suppose, where do we see this attachment? We are so attached to our family members. Suppose, God forbid, if we lose any of our family members, when they leave this body and when they leave this earth, you see this attachment. You cannot get over them. You keep on thinking about them. You keep on crying for them. And you are so attached to them that you are not letting them leave this earth, or you're not letting them leave their body happily. So this attachment, this moha is leading to that kind of mamakaram. And also we can see this moham with our kids. especially in the current world. We can see this very evidently with this, especially we are seeing with this between nowadays, in these days, current days, we are seeing this between mother and daughters. They are in so much of attachment with the daughters. They are not letting them lead their life independently, or they are so much attached with the daughters' lives. They are getting every single day, there is so much of involvement in the daughters' lives, and this kind of attachment is leading to so many problems in both the lives. We are seeing this in our day-to-day life, especially after marriage. If they are facing any difficulties, there is something called patience and sahanam. Every individual who comes onto this earth has to live with this patience. But how many of the mothers are able to understand this point, and how many of the mothers are able to leave them or teach them this aspect of patience or aspect of sahanam to their kids? Before even the kid suffers, or before even the kid reacts, the parents are coming into picture, leading the kids' lives. Oh, you don't need to suffer, do this, do that. Especially in girls' life after marriage, if they are suffering a little bit also, oh, you don't need to suffer, who is he to make you suffer? Oh, just come over, we are there for you, come over, we will help you. So this kind of attachment, and there is so much of attachment in this, they are doing in their day-to-day life. It is ruining everybody's life. It is ruining their life. It is ruining the kids' lives. So this is what is the attachment we are talking about. So when we take the picture of success, or when we take the picture of loss, we are so much attached to the results. We are not able to take, if we are not getting success of, or if we are not achieving something, we are not able to take it in a positive way, where our lifestyles, we are leading to stress, it's leading to anxiety. So many mental issues are coming with this attachment problem. So if we can think what needs to be done to not to be attached so much. When you're doing a certain thing, let go of the result, don't get attached to so much. Accept what the universe is giving you. First thing what we need to focus is doing the karmic action in the right way. Do it in the right way. From the point you wake up to the point you sleep, do everything in the right way. When you wake up, what are you doing? Are you getting out of the bed immediately, or are you sleeping there, asking for bed coffee, scrolling over your phone, talking to your friends? How are your actions? These little, we think, oh, what is there? This is a little action. But these little habits get us into problems in our day-to-day life. So when we are eating, how are we eating? Are we scrolling on our phone when we are eating? Are we on our phone? Or are we putting our complete attention to what we are eating? Similarly, when we are doing something, any kind of action, how much of our focus is in that action? How are we doing? It is a good habit to wake up, do like whatever activities you do, or nature calls and everything, a little bit of meditation, little bit of breathing, taking a morning shower. So all these are important. Are we doing this in the right way, or just eating as we wake up, um, like not following any kind of rules, whether it is for the body, whether it is for the mind, whether it is for the soul. When we do not follow any kind of rules or regulations, yes, we are gonna be degraded. So doing the action in the right way and letting go of the result. It could be for anybody. Even like if you're a student, if you're working for somebody, if you are an owner, if you're a manager, if you're a boss, you are a mother, you are a kid, you let it be anybody. You're a daughter-in-law, you're a mother-in-law. Do what you're supposed to do. Do your job and let go of the result. Don't get attached to the result. So, for example, just for an understanding, I'm going to give you an example. I'm taking this class, okay? So when I'm taking this class, after I'm done with this class, if I have an attachment to this class, so what kind of attachment can I have? So I may be attached to how many um, how many of you attended to this class, or I may have an attachment of how many are watching to this class, or how many likes am I getting. These are all attachments. So if I am attached to this, and after I'm done with this class, I keep on thinking why I did not have likes, or why I did not had many students in the class, or why I did not had like many views. So do what you're doing, do it the right way. That means come to the class at the right time, give the content what needs to be known in the right way, and just let go. Don't think who is attending, don't think how many likes I'm getting, don't think all that. Do the thing in the right way and then just let go. Whoever needs this kind of knowledge will come to the class. Whoever needs this kind of knowledge will hear, listen to this knowledge, then let go. Don't be attached. So what is happening when I let go of this thing here? When I go to bed, nothing bothers me. I'm not thinking, oh, why so many kids did not, why so many, students or people did not attend my class. So my mind is not thinking about that. It is in peace. I have done my job. I'm done. So my mind is not attached to it. I'm not thinking, so I can sleep better. This way, every little thing has an attachment to itself, which makes our mind stagger or which gives peace to our mind. I'm just giving this an example. But I do go and listen to my classes. Why? I want to learn. If I am missing anything, if I have missed anything, where I can correct myself. That is a way to learn or to improve yourself, but not getting attached. There is a difference between learning or moving forward, and there is a difference between attachment. Attachment is something which is staggered to your mind, which is bothering you over and over. That is attachment, where it is not letting you to sleep. So when we do not have the clarity of mind, when we are in our tamasic, when the tamasic guna dominates in us, when we do not have the clarity of mind, we won't be able to differentiate what needs to be done in the right way. So this is what is exactly is attachment, and which leads to, this is exactly the moha which leads to mamakaram, or the attachment to anything what we do. It may be the activities what we are doing, it may be the people around us, it may be the relationships, it may be the the result what we are getting from these actions. So whether we are asking for success, whether we are facing failure in our life, everything we can be attached to that leads to, lack of peace of mind, which again leads to unhappiness in life. So what is the best way, to get rid of lobamu, or to get rid of this attachment or moha? For the greed, the best thing to get rid of is to do the Nisvartha Seva. When you are doing a service or when you are giving something, the best thing to do is do it with Nisvartha. Nisvartha means do not expect anything in result, or do not expect anything back from what you're doing. That is the best way to control the greed. And what they say is, whatever you're earning, if you are earning $1,000 per month, make it a habit to give at least 10% of that. So maybe like $100. Give it back to the universe. Give it to the needy, wherever it is needed, give it back. And do not expect anything from it, and do not think of that $100. Oh, I have given this $100 to somebody, so and so. Do not keep thinking of it, and do not get an attachment to that $100 what you have given. So doing the Nisvartha Seva, you can get rid of this lobam. And how can we get rid of this attachment? It is the surrenderance which can lead us to getting rid of this attachment. So what does this surrenderance mean? Means letting go of the result. Whether let it go to the Prakriti or let it go to the Bhagavan. So what is Prakriti? This materialistic world. And this materialistic world contains three gunas. That is the Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. So if you're doing any kind of activity, and if you see that something is very predominant in you, so let go. I'm doing that because of that guna in me. So let go of that completely, let go it to the Lord. Whenever you're doing something, make it a habit to completely let go it to the Lord. So, for example, if you see that you are attached with your kids, something is bothering about your kids. So, you are doing some kind of action to rectify that problem. It is not correcting itself, or you're not finding any result in it. So the best thing what you do is, at that point of time, or whatever problem you're facing, do the right thing. If it is with the kids, guide them the right way, spend time with them the right way, give them the right knowledge and everything, and just let go it to the Lord. Completely let go. That means after you do this action, you do not wait for something which comes back. That kid is gonna give you something back. Do not expect that. Let go of everything to the Lord. That way, if something is with your spouse, let go. Do what you're supposed to do and completely let go. With family members, let go. With business, do what you're supposed to do and let go. With employees, do what you're supposed to do with them, let go. Even though they are doing something wrong, let go. Tell them what they are supposed to do and just let go. Even if they are, if they belong to that job, they will stay with you. If they do not, they will go away. Somebody else will come. So don't hold on to things very tight. Just let go. If they are leaving, let go. People surrounding you, If they are going away from you, that means they are letting you heal. Let go. Don't get attached to anybody who wants to leave you. So in this way, if we keep on talking, we can talk like, so many situations in our life where we face in our day-to-day life. So if we can practice to let go, the things will start to fall in place by themselves. Why? Because you're not attached to it, you're letting go of it. Since there is no attachment, your mind do not keep wandering for it. So when the mind does not keep wandering for it, you will have a peace in your mind. When you have peace in your mind, whenever whatever sadhana you're doing, it will go in the right form and you will have a success in that. When the sadhana is going in the right way, you're gaining the knowledge in the right way. When you're gaining the knowledge in the right way, there will be a clarity of mind. That means the sattva gunam is improving in you. So when the sattva gunam is improving in you, you will see peace in your day-to-day life. You will see happiness in your day-to-day life. And that is what we want, right? At the end of the day, we want happiness in our life. So this is how, we can get to live a happy life. Any questions? Please raise. Actually, I want to mention one more thing. This is, I think, especially, I don't know if it's teenagers or if it's anybody, we are seeing this kind of attachment in our Instagram feeds. I would like to mention this. I don't know if I can relate it in the right way. What I have noticed personally is these Instagram feeds, people are so crazy with these Instagram feeds. They want to show off so much. Even some girls, like, or anybody, when it comes to an important aspect of their life, that is the wedding. I don't know how far they are performing these weddings. I don't know what they are getting into after the wedding, but we can see that there is so much show off. All they do, all the activities, what they do in the wedding is mostly for the Instagram feed. I don't know if they really understand the concept of this, whatever they are doing in the wedding, or is it just for the Instagram feeds? This is something really to think about in our day-to-day life, where we are going, where this is leading to, where we can keep a control on that. So this is also an attachment, kind of moham attachment.
Shalini Master, can you hear me?
Yeah. Manasagara.
Yeah. So for
Yeah,
all these, my question is for all these, looks like the solution is Niswartha Seva. Is that true? And let it go like Sharanagati.
Sharanagati. For everything, the solution is surrenderance. That surrenderance leads to Niswartha Seva. Nishkama Karma. Basically, if we, we have talked the other day about Nishkama Karma, that is patience. Whatever is coming in our life, be patient and take the whatever you're getting, accept, take it and do your actions. Nishkama karma, that leads to surrenderance and Niswartha Seva. Basically, simple. These three things, or that will lead to happiness in life.
And this one also will lead to our soul growth, because all our intention is to increase our soul growth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji.
Many of like they may not be into soul growth, but at least to lead a happy life also these are important.